thanks for the kind words. And as for not being good at reading, as the French say, bon courage. Good bravery. Yeah, it's true. Reading books is tough, especially thick ones. And I also don't think it's something people have to do. Some brains just aren't wired that way, and I think that's fine. I think there's a lot of richness to be gotten from books, but there's a lot of richness to be gotten in other ways. So don't beat yourself up if it's not for you. But if I had any ideas, one is there's other forms of reading that might help or might be as enriching. For one, I read a lot of nonfiction journalism. The app Pocket is amazing for keeping everything in one place and finding new nonfiction to read as well. But then for reading regular books, I have two ideas, actually. One is the classic, have you tried audiobooks? I know some people look down at them, but I think that is silly as hell. Audiobooks are sometimes even better than regular books. Moby Dick is my very favorite book, and I read it twice before I listened to the audiobook by Frank Miller, the audiobook reader of his generation, who obviously loved Moby Dick. And I got more out of listening to Moby Dick that third time than I did for my first two readings of it, because he was just a Shakespearean actor who made the delivery and the ideas so easy, and even the slower parts would just roll over you. And that's why audiobooks can be so good. There's a site called LibriVox that collects people's free readings of audiobooks. You don't have to pay for Audible. LibriVox has some amazing readers on it, and it's a great resource for anybody who wants to listen to stuff. And a lot of the classics that are out of copyright are on there. There's even a staged reading of Ulysses. It's like reading Ulysses in a play version. It's amazing. Ulysses it's a stream of narrative book, and so to have the book just wash over you, it feels like I feel like I got more out of it from listening to it than I would have from reading it. And for the second idea is short stories. There are so many great short story collections, and the cool part is instead of when you put the book down, you still have 90% of it to go. With a short story, you can be done in one sitting. You just say, if I do nothing else today, I'll read one short story. And I like to have a couple of different short story collections I'm reading at any one time, and I just kind of bibliomance and pick up the best one. So you can either have a paper book, or lots of them are free on places like Gutenberg.org. Lots of great short story collections. And if you want some of my recommendations for short stories, just let me know in the comments. I could think of some and put together a little sketch of it. And as well, for anyone listening, watching this, if you have any ideas to help someone who doesn't think they're good at reading, stuff that would help them, stuff they might like to read, or tricks and techniques that helped you, I'd love to hear it in the comments, because I thank you for all the likes that these have been getting. I've been doing it long, and I appreciate all those little interactions, and I'd love to hear comments from people with ideas about books, their responses to the books that I mention, or ideas to help other people with reading. So thanks for coming along for the ride.